According to the ever-reliable Fabrizio Romano, the club is already moving intensely behind the scenes and is in direct negotiations with one of England's most promising defenders, Marc Guéhi, considering a potential move in 2026. While the transfer market may appear quiet to the public, inside the club, planning is in full swing, and the Reds are already meticulously shaping the future. This is the time of year when Liverpool's recruitment department operates with strategy and discretion. It is now that the club identifies the players who could wear the red shirt in the coming years and begins preliminary discussions with agents and representatives. In the past, similar moves have taken place well before the transfer window opened. Contacts with Milos Kerkez, Hugo Ekitike, and Alexander Isak were initiated as early as November. Nothing is left to chance. Every step is calculated to avoid surprises, and this type of foresight has been a hallmark of the club since Klopp's era, one that Arne Slot seems determined to maintain, enhancing the model with his modern and bold tactical vision. Among the names that stand out most on Liverpool's radar is Antoine Semenyo, a forward making waves in the Premier League who has caught the attention of people at Anfield. Internal sources suggest he is one of the team's primary targets and that an approach could already be made in the January 2026 window if circumstances are favourable. Semenyo's physical and tireless style perfectly aligns with the dynamic and vertical football Slot has been trying to implement since taking charge. The aim is to expand attacking options and add depth to the squad, especially to navigate the long and demanding English schedule. However, Liverpool's recruitment plan extends far beyond the attack. The unexpected injury to young Giovanni Leone has left a gap in the defensive line, reigniting the search for a reliable, elite defender. This is where Marc Guéhi, currently a standout at Crystal Palace and a solid figure in England's defence, comes back into focus. The club had come very close to reaching an agreement with the player during the European summer, but the deal fell through at the final moments, when Palace, recognising the rising value of their player, decided to pull out at the last minute. Even so, the story is far from over. According to Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool never completely stepped away from the pursuit. On the contrary, talks are continuing discreetly but consistently. The Italian journalist, known for his precise information and direct updates from sources, stated on his YouTube channel that negotiations remain alive, although the club must contend with stiff competition from giants like Bayern Munich. Guéhi, however, has not closed the door on Liverpool and still views the Reds' project favourably. Romano reports there is an expectation that Guéhi could leave Crystal Palace on a free transfer, which explains the caution and patience of all parties involved. The player appears willing to wait for the right moment, particularly as he knows that, at 24 years old, he is about to take the most important step of his career. Liverpool, for their part, are monitoring every move closely. Arne Slot's team understands that the arrival of a defender with Guéhi's profile would be a major addition, someone capable of competing with Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk while also providing security and future stability to the backline.
The Reds fans, always attentive and impatient, are already dreaming, and it's easy to see why. Since Arne Slot took over as manager, Liverpool have been in a period of reconstruction, yet ambition has not been sacrificed. The Dutch coach is shaping the team in his image, balancing youth, intensity, and tactical intelligence. He knows that long-term success depends not only on performances on the pitch, but also on decisive actions off it, which is why the choice of the new centre-back is seen as a strategic priority. Even with excitement building around Guéhi, Liverpool are keeping alternative plans in hand. One name mentioned as a possible Plan B is Nico Schlotterbeck, the German defender from Borussia Dortmund. Strong physically, technically capable, and with good ball-playing ability, he would fit well into Slot's style of play, which values defenders who can initiate attacks and control possession. Nevertheless, within the club, there is a clear preference for Guéhi, viewed as an emerging English talent with significant leadership potential for the future. The dilemma now is timing. Liverpool know they must act with patience and precision, avoiding negotiations that could prove too costly. The potential free transfer in 2026 is an irresistible attraction, but also a risk. Other European giants, including Bayern, Manchester United, and even Real Madrid, have already shown interest in the player. In such a scenario, every detail matters. The sporting project, the manager's vision, the role promised to the player, and even the emotional bond the club can create. What seems certain is that Liverpool will not give up easily. Even after the setback in the last window, the Reds remain determined to secure the defender, demonstrating that they see in Gui more than just a signing. He represents a symbol of the new era Arne Slot wishes to build, a solid, disciplined team with courage and attacking spirit. Gui would be a key component in this machinery, particularly in a squad seeking balance between experience and renewal. Behind the scenes at Melwood, Liverpool's executives are fully aligned with Slot's philosophy. The aim is to prepare the ground for a lasting cycle, avoiding past mistakes and focusing on intelligent, impactful acquisitions. There is a growing sense that Liverpool's next major phase is quietly being architected now, away from the spotlight. What happens today, in discreet conversations and private meetings, could determine the club's direction for years to come. Fans, even without knowing all the details, sense that something significant is on the horizon. And if Fabrizio Romano's predictions prove correct, 2026 could mark the start of a new era, one in which Arne Slot leaves his definitive mark on Anfield, with hand-picked players and a squad ready to challenge for everything once again. For now, all that remains is to wait. But in football, as Liverpool well know, silence can sometimes be the most powerful sound of all, the sound of preparation for the next major move in the transfer market. As Liverpool continue their search for reinforcements and strategic negotiations with Mark Gui, the backroom buzzes and crucial decisions are imminent. And speaking of decisions, one star of the club already seems destined to leave Anfield in 2026, with Arne Slot poised to make a brutal choice. Want to know who it is and what it means for the Reds? Click on the card beside and find out now.